From the last session, we have started looking at how we can estimate the price before provisioning some resource, and we have seen that AWS has provided us a calculator to estimate before actually deploying the resource that it works for us or not. And also, we have seen that there are various settings that we can change, and it will affect the cost highly. So on the same lines, Azure also has a pricing calculator available, and we can see how we can use it and get the estimates of the things that we are planning to deploy. So we need to open it, azure.microsoft.com, then pricing calculator, and in here you can see that it has all the resources that Azure provides us. So like the last time, we have deployed the compute instance on the Azure, so that is called as the virtual machine in Azure. So we will click over here, and this is going to add in here, and I can then change the settings of it. Okay, that where I'm going to deploy this resource and what are the settings that I'm looking for, and the price will be vary. It's not like that all the compute instance will always have the same price. It will be variable based on all these settings as well. So again, the region and the operating system that I'm looking for, let's say it's a Linux, and then which Linux version I'm looking for, maybe set it to Ubuntu. Okay, and then I can set some things like this. For example, I need a compute instance that must be supports the high performance computing, like the numerical computing. Okay, so I can set the type of the compute instance using this, and I can set this package of what you say is how many cores I need, how many amount of RAM is required, and the storage that I want to associate with it, and I can readily see the prices for these things. Okay, and also I can set it from here what type of CPU I'm specific. I have some specific requirement, I can even set that. So if I say that okay, I need this resource, then okay, how many VMs do I need? Again, if I'm balancing the loads, let's say my load is too much, so I say that I'm 35 VMs I'm deploying with these settings. Okay, and for how much time you think that they will stay up in hours, days, or months. So let's say we'll leave it to default setting. Now we have some plans in front of us based on for how much time we are going to reserve the resource. The price will be very variable. Okay, and here is the pay as you go policy. I think that they will bill you monthly using your credit card for how much have you used these virtual machines. Also you can select something like consumption based. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many VMs you have, it will depend on how much you have actually used them. Okay, so it might be sometime that we over specify our load can be balanced with the 10 VMs, and we have over specified as 35. So to manage unseen situations, so we can also go by the model of consumption based spending. Okay, that we can do. Okay, so the next thing is that we'll come back here about the support, what it is. Then the disk is the type of this disk that we are looking for. HDD is always less pricey than the SSD. Okay, so in here you can select the amount of SSD as you are looking for. Okay, so you can see that how much big SSD you want, you can set the pricing through here, and how much disks you are required. Okay, and if you want to add the snapshots to create the backup of it, in some case if your disks will have some problem, you can recover from the backup. Important thing is, I last time I also told you that the storage transactions matters a lot. How much one transaction is either you pasted the data, or request to paste the data, or request to retrieve the data is one transaction. So how much transactions you are looking for let's say make it 10,000, because right now we do not know that how much transactions will occur to our website. If you know about the load, you can set that value in here, and the bandwidth value, that how much data will be transferred out of this in a month maybe. Okay, the first 5 GB month of inter-region data transfer are free in each zone. Okay, first 5 GB is free, and then you'll have to pay the cost because it is now saying that it is 0.0. Then another thing is that every cloud vendor actually supports provides different level of support. So if you need the basic support, like you just said them email and then they will reply you maybe in 3 business days, so you can go for the basic support. But if you cannot take these chances, and let's say I want the direct support of a person from the cloud, I will have to pay them $1,000. For the developer only $30. Okay, so there are various levels of supporting in front of me. And here is the cost. I don't have to pay anything in the start, and this will be my monthly cost associated with everything in here. So right now I have only added one here, which is a virtual machine. Okay, I can add more resources if I want. For example, the storage account. If I click on the storage account, I can click on the view and I can set the settings of or change the settings of the storage account. Right, so how much capacity that I need is just like an S3 bucket, and from here you can change some settings of it. And if you make it premium, or if you want to go for like something specific kind of storage, you can set that values from here. How many write operations will perform, okay, how many read operations will perform, will also going to affect the your pricing. Okay, so I have everything set now. Okay, and I can even export it and save this on my system. Okay, this is the thing that I was willing to show you. So let's collapse all. Okay, we have one virtual machine, this is the cost of that, and we have one storage account, and this is the cost associated with that. Again, this is not the exhaustive video to show you what are the strategies to set up various costs, or how you can lower your costs. So this is just to show you that there is a pricing calculator that exists, and you can use that to change the settings. Also, if you need some kind of premium support plan, you can also get that from here. So this is all about the Azure calculator. We have seen the AWS as well, and one more, which is the Google Cloud Platform, is left behind, and we will see that in our next video. So thank you for that, and if you want to share something, you have any feedback, you can tell me, and we can discuss that. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next